I gotta tell a story. It's getting passed to me. Joel just passed me this. This story's about 2 or 3 days old, and I'm getting notes here that I should comment on this, and I find it interesting too. Mark Hunt had come. Mark Hunt is just all sorts of pissed off over the Brock Lesnar thing. Brock was dirty. He fought anyway. Mark is wrong. He's coming at this from a standpoint that they knew he was dirty. They had the results, and they didn't release him. He's wrong. There's no, there's no conspiracy there. USADA puts that stuff out as quick as they can. I'm dealing with that on USADA right now. I've got no contract. I've got no fight. I'm just trying to get into the pool. To get into the pool, you have to have everything out of here. You got to come in right. It's a unique pool. I'm a guy that lived on the other side of the track, so coming in this pool, I don't know what that test is going to show, but I can just tell it just takes time. And I count down the days and go, man, where's this result at? So the point I'm getting at is they'll tell you as quick as they can. I have no significance to anything. No fight, no card, no book, nothing. And I still don't know. It just takes time. So that's the one point that Mark's wrong about. But the rest of his points, he's going about it wrong because he's yelling and screaming and cussing. But if you take all of that out and he just calmed down and talked, he's got a very legitimate point. I mean, he went out and fought Brock, and Brock had a couple of banned substances. He didn't have it back in time. Now, where I'm going with this story, and this is put out by Jesse Holland at BloodyElbow.com, one of my favorite guys to read. One of my favorite guys, been around the sport. He also has a bit of an opinion feel to him. And Jesse did say this. He said, I do not know. There is nothing here confirmed. However, and he put up some quotes from Mark Hunt's social media. And the quotes made it sound as though USADA had come to Mark's door for a test just recently, and Mark told him to get lost. He told him to get lost on the basis of hey, he's angry at him. Hey, you guys don't catch this anyway. Out of competitions don't matter anyway. I just had to fight a guy test out of competition. I'm not doing your test. And he said basically that through social media. Now, social media, you're limited to characters. I'm a Twitter guy. I don't do the Facebooks and the Instagrams, but I do Twitter. You're limited to 140 characters. So if Mark said this on Twitter, then he was limited. If he said it somewhere else, maybe it was a little condensed and he wasn't clear. But he made it sound as though he told USADA no, on the grounds of how mad he is at them anyway. That's not going to work. I hope this isn't true. And even Jesse Holland in his piece had said, we're not confirming here, but not going to be great if this is true. Mark can't do that. USADA's only got a few rules. That's one of the things that makes them so good, is there's not a lot of room for bending and for extenuating circumstance. It's pretty black and white. It's not totally. There is a couple of areas, but one of them that is on the black and white part is you cannot turn down a test for any reason. For any reason. If you guys will remember, this only happened one time. It was Wanderlei Silva. Now, Wanderlei Silva did not have the benefit of even knowing what USADA was, even having heard the term out of competition test. And they showed up and needed him to sign some contracts that were written in English, and it's not his primary language. So Wanderlei had this really good argument and was given a lifetime ban for turning down the test. If Mark Hunt does this, no matter how emotionally we want to be on Mark's side right now and understand he's pissed, that is going to fall into the black and white column, and Mark's going to be done. Now, he might only be done for 2 years. They might have put some fine print in there if you turn down a test. In fact, I think they did. I believe it is 2 years. Even Wanderlei's lifetime ban was overturned. I'm hoping this isn't true because Mark is clean. He's completely clean. He could have passed the test, but if emotions weighed in, and that happens sometimes when you get pissed, you start to blame the wrong guy. And in Mark's case, where Mark sits right now, my impression of him, seeing on Ariel's show, following some of the interviews he's put out since the Lesnar result came in, he's blaming everybody. He's so goddamn mad, he's blaming everybody. I mean, there's only one guy to blame. It's Brock. There is no one else. But you don't always see that. Sometimes you just see rage. If he's in that state of mind, and we could all agree with him and go, yeah, look, we get why you're mad. You've got no fight coming up. Come on, let's get you back in this testing pool. It's not going to be good. No matter how much we want to sympathize with Mark, there is black and white rules with USADA, and you cannot turn down a test. Now, want to make sure this is extremely clear. I felt I've made it that way, but for any of you guys zoning in and zoning out as I'm talking here, this is not a report. This is speculation, but it's speculation based on Mark's words. Mark said that he told USADA they could stick it up his ass. It wasn't clear if that was over the phone, through social media, or if they actually showed up to his door. If they showed up to his door and he turned them away, he's got problems. And I don't want him to have problems. I don't want him to have problems. Seems like a nice guy. Hell of a fighter, and he's mad right now. He's mad. There's the 2 cents. That's it. Oh, hey, I'll give you guys a piece of advice. I give you guys great advice. Don't I give you great advice? Can we all admit that? Here's another piece. You're probably listening to this right now on a smartphone. Go into your search engine, type in TrueCar, download. Totally free. Will never cost you money. Not only not to download, it will never, in the future, it will never cost you money, but sometime you're going to need it. You're going to be looking for a car, whether it's for yourself, whether it's for that teenage son or daughter. You're going to need a car, whether it's new or used. Go and build the car you want virtually. Type in what you want, year, make, model, mile, range, color, CD player, power seats, whatever it might be. Go build that car. Type in your zip code. It will show you what people in your area paid for that exact same car. You then take that down to any TrueCar certified dealership. They honor the price. Just like that. You get in, you get out. No more spending a weekend down at a car lot, going back and forth. You show up as educated as you can. You saw an ad. You fell in love with a car. You looked up the Blue Book price, and you go down there and you spend a day. Sometimes you got to go, but you spend 2. No, those days are gone. Get your time back. There's over 11,000 TrueCar certified dealerships in this country, and most people are saving almost $4,000 off of the MSRP. That's where I get thanked. I told you you'd want to thank me. That's where I get thanked. You get to save $4,000. I've had it with you all. That's it. Until Wednesday.